Hello and welcome to the Silver City Fire Department. My name is Engineer Jesse Blair, and what I'm going to do for you here today is I'm going to take you through a tour through the station, and we're going to talk about serving up fire safety in the kitchen. That's going to be our theme for this week. Okay, so here we are in the office. We spend a lot of our afternoon hours in here. So every single call that we run here at the fire department, we have to actually enter it into the computer. So we spend a lot of time here in the office. So if you'll follow me this way, this is actually going to be the captain's office. He's the guy that's going to be in charge of the shift, okay? And right going this way is actually going to be the assistant chief's office in this door, okay? So here we are in our bunk rooms. So we actually live here 2 days straight. So there will be 4 people here at all times. We live here for 2 days straight, away from our families, and then we go home for 4 days. So we're going to rotate a new set of faces every 2 days. So this is actually where we sleep, right? Just you have a bed here, 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 and 2 behind me. And like I said, this is where we lay our head down at night. Okay, so now I'll take you to the kitchen or day room. Hey, look it! Sparky. Smells good, Sparky. What are you cooking? Oh, nice. So as we talked about earlier, kitchen fires and fire injuries are most often going to happen in your home kitchens, right? So we want to practice safe fire habits here. So if we're cooking, like Sparky is here boiling some noodles, what we want to do is make sure we do not leave this unattended, okay? We want to make sure we have a 3-foot zone that we call the kids free zone, okay? So as you can see here, Sparky's wearing proper attire, right? He's got his nice helmet on here. He's even wearing a nice nifty face mask, right? So a couple things we want to pay attention to. When we're cooking on the stove, we want to make sure we're not wearing really loose-fitting clothes, right? That could catch some fire. We talked about not leaving this unattended, but let's say if this were to start a fire, the first thing we want to do is always have a lid nearby, okay? So what you want to do is you'll actually slide the lid over, turn the burner off, okay? So before we move on, let's take a quick look at this video from our friend Sparky.
Hi everyone, Sparky the Fire Dog here. I want to keep you safe. It's kind of my thing. We all know that some things are really hot, like sizzling bacon. Oh, so yummy. But we gotta wait till it's cool. And we know some things are never hot, like ice cream. Also delicious, but not hot. I just thought of bacon and ice cream. Wow, that would be awesome. But some things are sometimes hot. And these types of things can be dangerous because you can't tell if they're hot just by looking at them. Like water from a faucet. Sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's not. So let's play a game called Hot, Not Hot, or Sometimes Hot. Okay, let's start off with an easy one. A snowman. Not hot. Oh, how about a banana? Not hot. Right, they're nice and cool. Unless you're eating bananas Foster. Well, that's another story. Oh, what about a cup of steaming coffee? Hot. The next thing? An iron. Remember, hot, not hot, or sometimes hot. Right, sometimes hot, but you can't tell just by looking at it, so don't ever touch an iron. Okay, now what about a teddy bear? Not hot. Teddy bears are nice and cool. How you doing so far? I bet you're doing awesome. Now, how about a lit candle? Hot, of course. Stay away. a toasted marshmallow. Hot. That's right, kids. Toasted marshmallows are delicious, but they are also hot. Wait until a grown-up tells you they're cool enough to touch and eat. A stove. Sometimes hot, so don't touch it. A hair straightener. Sometimes hot, don't touch. Remember, you can't tell if a sometimes hot thing is hot just by looking at it. Matches. Sometimes hot, always dangerous. Tell a grown-up if you find matches and don't ever touch them. Now, what about lighters? Sometimes hot, but always dangerous. Just like matches. Tell a grown-up and don't touch. Well, that's all the time we have today for hot, not hot, or sometimes hot. We'll see you next time. Be careful. Bacon ice cream.
Okay, so now that I've showed you the kitchen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you out and I'm going to show you the trucks and we're going to show you our gear, okay? So follow me. So here we have engine 12. This is our main fire truck that we run out of here at Station 1. So I'm going to walk you through all the compartments, show you all the cool tools we have, okay? Ready, Sparky? So right up here you can see this is where we keep a bunch of our hose. Basically all our hose on this truck is going to be way up top, okay? So we'll open this compartment. And you can see here, this is where we have all our tools at. So stuff like this, we call this a Halligan, okay? We also have a tool here. We put these two together. And you got a set of irons right here. These are our two main tools that we use, okay? So in here, you can see that we have our nozzles, right? We have our nozzles, what we call these are our appliances, or our valves, okay? So back here is where we have all our power tools at. So we have our saw. We usually have another saw right here that's getting fixed right now. And then we have here is what we call a PPV. It's basically just a giant fan like you'd have in your house, but just much bigger, okay? So let's go around back. So what we have here is what we call a blitz fire monitor. And this is an appliance that we use that just lays down a ton of water. This thing is awesome, okay? And nothing special here. Fighting fire is really hard work, so we always have to have water bottles on hand, right? So let's go to this side. So what we have here is a generator. This side of the truck's not gonna be nearly as cool as the other side of the truck, guys. That side's way more cool than this one is. But what we have here is just a generator and our lights. From there, in this compartment, and here we have two fire extinguishers. This metal one here is actually just what we call a water can. So it's just, all it is water, right? Pressurized water. And here is our BC, what we call a BC extinguisher. So it has a special chemical in it. So this compartment, we have our life pack. This is actually what we would just call kind of our medical compartment, right? This is where we keep, if we're running any emergency calls, this is where we just store everything for that, okay? Another neat thing that we actually have in here is, I'm sure you guys have never seen something like this before, but this is neat. This is actually like we wear for ourselves, but this is one for a dog. It's a dog mask. So even dogs can get smoke inhalation and stuff, so we can give them oxygen with this mask. It's pretty neat, okay? Okay, so now we're actually on the inside of engine 12, and you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have 2 up front. So we can seat 6 people in here. Like I said earlier, we usually only have 4 people working at this station at one time. But what we have here is what we call an SCBA. So we'll get more into this here in a minute because I'm going to have firefighter McGivron give you a demonstration on how to put on gear, and he's going to also put on this, what we call an SCBA, okay? So there, what we have in here is just a gas monitor. Other than that, guys, it's real straightforward in here. We always want to make sure we wear our seat belts at all times, right? Even though we're in a rush, but we gotta always be safe and always wear our seat belts, okay? So here we have my good friend, firefighter Skyler McGivron. So he's gonna demonstrate how we put on our bunker gear, okay? So right now he's just gonna go through it real slow, step by step, and show you how it's done. And then maybe after we do that, we'll go through a real fast one, because we have, well, with our BAs, they give us about 1.5 minutes to get all this gear on and ready to go, okay? So the gear is supposed to cover every little part of our body. We do not want any skin showing, okay? So what he's doing is just a step-by-step approach, and a little hung up there, huh? So like I said, every part of his body is going to be covered, okay? Now I don't want you guys to be scared of this guy. He's going to look a little spooky, but remember, if there's a house fire and you see them, you want to go with him, okay? He's going to get you out of there. So we talked a little bit about this in the truck. This is called your SCBA. And what this is going to do is help him breathe in fresh air, okay? Once he's hooked into his mask. So that little beeping noise you heard lets you know that it's actually on and working. Like I said, we got to do this really fast, guys. He's going nice and slow just to show you how it's done. We usually get, like I said, about 1.5 minutes to get this done, okay? Skyler,
Yes,
yell out for me.
fire department!
You see how hard that is to hear, guys? You got to be really loud. Not only can I barely hear him, he's going to barely be able to hear me. Help!
Fire department!
Help! So you got to be really loud, guys. So now what we're going to do is we're going to break it all down, and I'm going to have Skyler go through this really fast, and let's count and see how fast he gets it done, okay? All right, so now my buddy firefighter McGivron is going to go through it as fast as he can. And remember the time. We want to do it in under 1.5 minutes, right? So on the count of 3, he's going to go, and we're going to count and see how long it takes him, okay? You ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3, go! Oh, he's moving pretty quick, guys. And when he's all done, what we want to do is we're going to, what we call a buddy check. I'm going to check him and make sure that he's got no skin exposed and that he's ready to go into an actual fire, okay? Oh, he's moving. Good. See that? That was 1 minute and 15 seconds. Because I'm going to do a buddy check. Put your arms out for me, McGivron. Everything looks good. Pick your head up for me. So I'll make sure we do this before we go into any fire. He looks awesome, no skin exposed. He's ready to go. So remember guys, unattended fires are the leading cause of home fires and home fire injuries. So when we are cooking, let's make sure that we stay in or nearby the kitchen, okay? And remember some of the steps I talked about earlier. If we're cooking, let's keep a lid nearby, okay? So we can put that on the pan if it were to start fire, and we'll turn the burner off. Remember, you do not want to wear loose fit clothing, okay? And we talked about the kid-free zone. So remember, if your parents are cooking, you guys want to try to keep about 3 feet away, or your little brothers or little sisters away, okay? So I hope you all had a great day. I know I did. So I want to thank you all for joining us this year on the 2020 Fire Prevention Week. Wish we could have seen all your faces, but hopefully next year. Without further ado, my good buddy here, Skylar McGivron, and Sparky. We'll miss you guys. Hopefully we'll see you again. I want to thank you guys for visiting the Silver City Fire Department.